Hello everyone, it is your pal, your Killer, and I'm going to be starting this new series called Behind the Flag. I'm going to be telling you the history that's behind the flag. So we're going to begin with Afghanistan. I got a list of countries from in alphabetical order from A to Z. In case you guys are wondering, America's going to be when I get to U, because America's not the full name of America, the country that I live in. Its full name is United States of America, so it's not going to come up until you. So yeah, so like Uzbekistan and everything, Uzbekistan is going to be with America, because United States of America is not America, it's United States. America's a continent. So yeah, I just want to say that. And now, the history of Afghanistan, the ancient timeline. The Indus... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think I did this wrong. Yes, I did this wrong, everyone. Oops, alright, there we go. Alright. History. Excavations. No, that's the ethology. I don't want that. Screw that. Screw that. Screw that. Alright. Pre-Islamic period. Archaeological exploration done in the 20th century suggests that the geographical area of Afghanistan has been closely connected by culture and trade with its neighbors to the east, west, and north. Artifacts typical of the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, and Bronze and Iron Ages have been found in Afghanistan. Urban civilization is believed to have begun as early as 3000 BCE. I don't know what BCE is. One second, guys. I'm going to look that up. Don't worry, it's not going to take long. BCE. Before Common Era. So, alright, before Common Era, BCE. And the early city of Mondigak, near Kandahar, in the south of the country, may have been a colony of the nearby Indus Valley civilization. More recent findings established that the Indus Valley civilization stretched up towards modern-day Afghanistan, making the ancient civilization today part of Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India. In more detail, extended from what today is northwest Pakistan to northwest India and northeast Afghanistan. A Indus Valley site has been found on the Oxus River at Shortagai in northern Afghanistan. There are several smaller IVC colonies to be found in Afghanistan as well. After 2000 BCE, okay, I'm just going to say before Common Era. In 2000 before Common Era, successive waves of semi-nomadic people from Central Asia began moving south into Afghanistan. While many of them were Indo-European speaking Indo-Iranians, these tribes later migrated further into South Asia, Western Asia, and toward Europe via the north of the Caspian Sea. The region at the time was referred to as Ariana, which is the same name as my niece. Except it has two ends, not just one. Yes, I'm 11 and I have a niece. Deal with it, okay? Deal with it. The religion, Zoroastrianism, is believed by some to have originated was now Afghanistan between 1800 and 800 BCE. I think I'm going to call it BC, before Christ, because I think it's the same time period, okay? So I'm just going to say before Christ, because that's what BC stands for, okay? As its founder, Zoroaster is thought to have lived and died in Balkh. Ancient Eastern Iranian languages may have been spoken in the region around the time of the rise of Zoroastrianism. Okay, I'm gonna... words I cannot pronounce, I'm gonna use Google Translate to say them, okay? So yeah, deal with that as well, alright? Divas, people. So let's see here. Ancient Eastern Iranian languages may have been spoken in the region around the time of the rise of it's not damn working. What the hell? The hell is wrong with you, boy? Okay, I'm gonna go to the official website. Jeepers. Come on, Google Translate. Work with me here. Why is it in Japanese? English to English.
Zoroastrianism.
Can you say that in English, please?
Zoroastrianism.
By the middle, okay. Ancient Eastern Iranian languages may have been spoken in the region around the time of the rise of
Zoroastrianism.
By the middle of the 6th century BCE, the Achaemenians. Okay, time for Google Translate again. I'm sorry, guys. Translate. There we go. Google Translate. Sorry. Alright. Paste that. Indians to English. Alright. Now can you please see that in English? There you go. Alright. By the middle of the 6th century BCE, the
Achaemenids
overthrew the Medes and incorrupted Asia, Micronesia, Aria, and Bactria within its eastern boundaries. An inscription of the tombstone of Darius I of Persia mentions the Kabul Valley in a list of the 29 countries he had conquered. Kudos, Darius the First of Persia. Pretty good. 29 countries. Wow. What is that, like the same amount of countries America attacked or something? Probably even higher. I don't know. America goes all over the place creating wars. Especially bloody damn. What is it, like Afghanistan? I'm pretty sure we were involved in it. Damn. But I won't get into that politics and everything. So yeah. Alexander the Great and his Macedonian forces arrived to Afghanistan in 330 BCE. After defeating Darius III of Persia a year earlier in the Battle of Gaugamela, following Alexander's brief occupation, I don't bloody damn know. The central state of the Seleucid Empire controlled the region until 305 BCE, when they gave much of it to the Maurya Empire as an alliance treaty. The Mauryans controlled the area of the south of the Hindu Kush until they were overthrown in about 185 BCE. The decline began 60 years after Ashoka's rule ended, leading to Hellenic reconquest by the Greco-Bactrians. Let me see something. Oh god, man. I lost my blaze. Okay. Much of it soon broke away from them and became part of the Indo-Greek kingdom. They were defeated and expelled by the Indo-Saxons in the late 2nd century BCE. During the 1st century BCE, the Parthian Empire subjugated the region but lost it to their Indo-Parthian vassals. In the mid to late 1st century CE, the vast Kushan Empire centered in Afghanistan, becoming great patrons of Buddhism culture, making Buddhism flourish throughout the region. The Kushans were overthrown by the Sassanids in the 3rd century CE. The Indo-Sassanids continued to rule at least parts of the region. They were followed by the Kedarati, who in turn replaced by the Helvetites. Alright, I don't blame it now. I'm gonna try, okay? Hephthalites. Hephthalites? I don't blame damn no, okay? Jeebus Christ, man. Jeebus Christ. By the 6th century CE, the successors to Kushans and Hippolades, I think, established a small dynasty called Kabul Shahai. Much of the northeastern and southern areas of the country remained dominated by Buddhist culture. Alright. I still got, in case you guys remember, we got Islamization and Mongol invasion, Holik dynasty during the empire, Western influence, Marxist revolution, Soviet war, Civil War, Taliban Emirate and Northern Alliance, recent history 2002 to present, and then that's it. Then I'm going to be saying other things like Bloody Dam, I don't Bloody Dam, no. Doesn't matter, I guess. Do you guys know there's only one Jew? Like 99% of it is Islam, and then there's one Jew in the country. That's one person. 1% is one person they're saying. I'm not sure they're right, but damn Wikipedia though, so they're always right, damn. Sorry guys. Sorry guys, I had a bit of a coughing fit. So yeah, let's go, hold up. Come on, let's do it here again. Afghanistan. Okay, that doesn't really work. Let's just get rid of it. Okay. Hold up. Let's do this and make it. I think their main color is like alpha and green, a bright green. Okay. This isn't like a bright green. There we go. Much better. Okay. Oh god. I have no idea how long I've been paused for. Just in case, I'm going to say Islamization and Mongol invasion. Okay, I'm going to start over with Hotek. I'm going to start over in Hotek Dynasty and Durrani Empire. In 1709, Meres Hotek, a local Ghilzai tribal leader, successfully rebelled against the Safavids. He defeated Gurgan Khan and made Afghanistan independent. Mirwais died of a natural cause in 1715 and was succeeded by his brother Abdal Aziz, who was soon killed by Mirwais' son Muhammad for treason. Muhammad left the Afghan army in 1722 to the Persian capital of Isfahan, captured the city after the Battle of Gulnabad, and proclaimed himself king of Persia. The Afghan dynasty was ousted by Persia by Nadir Shah after the 1729 Battle of Damghan. In 1738, Nadir Shah and his forces captured Kandahar, the last Hotek stronghold from Shah Hossein Hotek, at which point the incinerated 16-year-old Ahmad Shah Durrani was freed and made the commander of an Afghan regiment. Soon after, the Persian and Afghan forces invaded India. By 1747, the Afghans chose Durrani as their head of state. Durrani and his Afghan army conquered much of present-day Afghanistan, Pakistan, the Khurasan and Kurdistan provinces of Iran, Delhi, and India. He defeated the Indian Maratha Empire, and one of the biggest victories was the 1761 Battle of Panipat. In case you guys don't know, I accidentally paused the video and I did not know the entire thing was paused. So you guys missed a lot. I think I kept it paused at when I reached Hot Take Dynasty and Durrani Empire. 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. You just had to scratch my ear. I did in the history thing. You can see here. History. Time. There we go. Fancy. Alright. Alright. So no more drawing mode. Oh, okay. It's all gone then. Alright. In October 1772, Durrani died of a natural cause and was buried at a site now adjacent to the Shrine of the Cloak in Kandahar. He was succeeded by his son, Timur Shah, who transferred the capital of Afghanistan from Kandahar to Kabul in 1776. After Timur's death in 1793, the Durrani throne passed down to his son, Zaman Shah, followed by Muhammad Shah, Shuja Shah, and others. The Afghan Empire was under threat in the early 19th century by the Persians in the west and something empire. Let me use Google Translate again. Sorry guys, I suck, don't I? Yep.
Sikh Empire.
The Sikh Empire in the east. Fateh Khan, leader of the Barakzai tribe, had installed 21 of his brothers in positions of power throughout the empire. After his death, they rebelled and divided up the provinces of the empire between themselves. During this terminal period, Afghanistan had many temporary rulers until Dost Muhammad Khan declared himself Emir in 1826. The Punjab region was lost to Ranjit. Google, please help me. I need help, Google. Please help me, Google. I'm gonna copy this, Google. Okay, I'm gonna Google. Google, help me here. Help me.
Ranjit Singh.
Ranjit Singh, who invaded Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and in 1834 captured the city of Peshawar in 1837. During the Battle of Jamrud near the Khyber Pass, Akbar Khan and the Afghan army failed to capture the Jamrud fort from the Sky Khalja army, but killed Sky Commander Hari Singh. Hold up. I just need to know how to say the last name. The first I can say.
Singh.
Singh. That's it. Singh. Really? The tribe is also from his brother's power to make himself a man. Let's see, I left off at the one. Alright. The Punjab region was lost to Ranjit Singh, who invaded Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and in 1834 captured the city of Peshawar. That's the part I was in, I think. In 1837, during the Battle of Jamrud near the Khyber Pass, Akbar Khan and the Afghan army failed to capture the German fort but killed Sky Commander, thus ending the Afghan Sky Wars. By this time, the British were advancing from the east, and the first major conflict during the Great Game was initiated. Alright, guys. Ooh, we got a person. We got the last king of Afghanistan. Zahir Shah, which is the last king, and he reigned from 1933 to 1973. So he was like what, ruler between World War II? He was leader between World War II. I think the first country Hitler declared war on was in 1936. I don't know. Please tell me in the comments if you guys even watched this video. I'm not quite damn sure. One second, I'm gonna like this video. Awesome. Alright, so Western influence. In 1838, the British marched into Afghanistan and arrested Dost Muhammad Khan, the Emir of Afghanistan, sent him to exile in India and replaced him with the previous ruler, Shah Shuja. Following an uprising, the 1842 retreat from Kabul of British Indian forces and the Battle of Kabul that led to its recapture. The British placed Dost Muhammad Khan back into power and withdrew their military forces from Afghanistan. In 1878, the Second Anglo-Afghan War was fought over perceived Russian influence. Abdur Rahman Khan replaced Ayub Khan, and Britain gained control Afghans for region relations as part of the Treaty of Gadamak of 1879 in 1893. Mortimer and ethnic Pashtun and Balak territories were divided by the Durand Line. This was a standard divide and rule policy of the British and would lead to strained relations, especially with the later new state of Pakistan. After the Third Anglo-Afghan War, the signing of the Treaty of Rawalpindi on August 19th of August 1919, King Amalullah Khan declared Afghanistan a sub-region and fully independent state. He moved to end his country's traditional isolation from establishing diplomatic relationships with the international community, and following a 1927-28 tour of Europe and Turkey. Introduced several reforms intended to modernize his nation. A key force behind these reforms was Muhammad Tarzi, an ardent supporter of the education of women. He fought for Article 68 of Afghanistan's 1926 Constitution, which made elementary education compulsory. The institution of slavery was abolished in 1923. Wow, so that had slavery for quite a while then. A lot of countries, like the United States, I think they got rid of it in like the 1800s, I think. If America's even that old, I think it's like I think about like 100 years old. Alright. Some of the reforms that were particularly put in place, such as the abolition of the traditional burqa for women and the opening of a number of co-educational schools, quickly alienated many tribal and religious leaders. Faced with overwhelming armed opposition, Amir Khan was forced to abdicate in January 1929. After Kabul fell to rebel forces led by Habib Ullah Khalak Ali, Prince Muhammad Nadir Shah, Ahmad's cousin, in turn defeated and killed Khalak Khani in November 1929. As declared King Nadir Shah, he abandoned the reforms of Amanullah Khan in favor of a more gradual approach to modernization, but was assassinated in 1933 by Abdul Khalik, a Hazara school student. One second, guys. Alright. Muhammad Zahar Shah, Nadir Shah's 19-year-old son, succeeded to the throne and reigned from 1933 to 1973. Until 1946, Zahar Shah ruled the assistance of his uncle, who held the post of prime minister and continued the policies of Nadir Shah. Another of Zahar Shah's uncle, Shah Muhammad Khan, became prime minister in 1946 and began an experiment allowing greater political freedom, but reversed the policy when it went further than he expected. But he was replaced in 1953 by Muhammad Dawood Khan, the king's cousin and brother-in-law. Dawood Khan sought a closer relationship with the Soviet Union, with a more distant one towards Pakistan. Afghanistan remained neutral and was neither a participant in World War II, nor aligned with either power bloc in the Cold War. However, it was benefiting of the latter rivalry, as both the Soviet Union and the United States vied for influence by building Afghanistan's main highways, airports, and vital infrastructure. On a per capita basis, Afghanistan received more Soviet development aid than any other country in 1973. The year Zahar Shah died, it was 1973, by the way. So the last year the Soviet Union held was when he died in the year. Great idea. Yay. Well, it's not like they knew he was going to die, but oh well. While King Zahar Shah was on an official overseas visit, Dawood Khan launched a bloodless coup and became the first president of Afghanistan. In the meantime, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto got neighboring Pakistan involved in Afghanistan. Some experts suggest that Bhutto paved the way for the April 1978 Tsar Revolution. Alright. Oh, sorry guys. I don't know if you heard that, but I accidentally shook my monitor by accident. Alright, in April 1978, the Communist People's Democratic Party of Afghanistan, PDPA for short, seized power in Afghanistan in the Tsar Revolution. Within months, opponents of the communist government launched an uprising in eastern Afghanistan that quickly expanded into a civil war waged by guerrilla mujahideen against government forces countrywide. The Pakistani government pursued these rebels with covert training centers, while the Soviet Union sent thousands of military advisors to support the PDPA government. Meanwhile, increasing friction between the competing factions of the PDPA, the dominant Khalq and the more moderate Parcham, resulted in the dismissal of Parchami cabinet members and the arrest of Parchami military officers under the pretext of a Parchami coup. In September 1979, Nur Muhammad Taraki was assassinated in a coup within the PDA originated by fellow Khalq member Hafizullah Amin, who ensued the presidency distributed by the Soviets. Amin was assassinated by Soviet special forces in December 1979. A Soviet-organized government led by Parchami's Babarik Karmel, but inclusive of both factions, filled the vacuum. Soviet troops were deployed to stabilize Afghanistan under Karmel in more substantial numbers. Although the Soviet Union government did not expect to do most of the fighting in Afghanistan, as a result, however, the Soviets were now directly involved in what had been a domestic war in Afghanistan. The PDPA prohibited usury, declared equality of the sexes, and introduced women to political life. The United States had been supporting anti-Soviet Afghan Mujahideen and for region Afghan Arab fighters through Pakistan's ISI. As early as mid-1979, billions in cash and in weapons, which included over 2,000 FIM-92 Stinger surface-to-air missiles. Damn, 2,000? Be honest, in the United States, that's probably very little, man. To be honest, they probably have millions of those things since they're not manned. I mean, if anything's not manned, and I was as filthy rich as the United States, I would build probably like 1,000,000 of those things. And just 50 states, man. Like, no nukes are coming to you, man. Like, they'll be everywhere. I mean, the United States probably could make like probably 500,000 at least, cause man, goddamn, man, they're powerful, man. Probably gonna crash since the Chinese opened up their new dollar. All right. Were provided by the United States and Saudi Arabia to Pakistan. Oh, Saudi Arabia also. Oh, they were all to Pakistan? Really? I thought there was to like the rebels of Afghanistan, but alright. The Soviet war in Afghanistan resulted in the deaths of over 1,000,000 Afghans, mostly civilians, and the creation of about 6,000,000 refugees who fled Afghanistan, mainly to Pakistan and Iran, faced with mounting international pressure and numerous casualties. The Soviets withdrew in 1989, but continued to support Afghan President Mohammad Najibullah until 1992. Another civil war! Wow, Afghanistan, you're filled with civil wars, aren't you, man? I can't wait till I do play down Liberia. If you don't know what Liberia is, it's a country in like what, like West Africa, I think. I think it's in the west. Like in the west or north. I don't think it's in the south. It's in the north, I think. It's either north or west, okay? So yeah. From 1989 until 1992, Najibullah's government tried to solve the ongoing civil war with economic and military aid. But without Soviet troops on the ground, Najibullah tried to build support for his government by portraying his government as Islamic. And in the 1990 constitution, the country officially became an Islamic state. And all references of communism were removed. Nevertheless, Najibullah did not win any significant support. And with the dissolution of the Soviet Union in December 1991, he was left without foreign aid. That means the Soviet Union collapsed, and then the then the Russian Federation rose. All hail to Mother Russia. Mother Russia, the motherland. But we're not doing Russia yet. That's coming up in the R's, yes. And now I lost my place. Damn it. So, see here. It falls. Mission into power that falls. Respond to power. Well, granted, someone stayed. Listen to Soviet Union. He was left out for region aid. This coupled with the international collapse of his government led to his ousting from power in April 1992. After the fall of Najibullah's government in 1992, the post-communist Islamic State of Afghanistan was established by the Peshawar Accord, a peace and power-sharing agreement under which all the Afghan parties were united in April 1992, except for Pakistani support. Hezab-e-Islami from Gulabad Hekmatyar drive a bombardment campaign against the capital city, Kabul, which marked the beginning of a new phase in the war. So we got after this one, we got 2 more, guys. Hang in there. We almost finished. Oh, 1 second, guys. Alright, I'm back, and I just realized it's been 34 minutes. So yeah, let's hurry this up, guys. We're almost finished. Alright, it's probably gonna be an hour. I don't blame damn no. Saudi Arabia and Iran supported different Afghan militias, and instability quickly developed. The conflict between the 2 militias soon escalated into a full-scale war. Due to the sudden initiation of the war, working government departments, police units, and a system of justice and accountability for the newly created Islamic State of Afghanistan did not have time to form. The atrocities were committed by the individuals of the different armed factions, while Kabul descended into lawlessness and chaos. Because of the chaos, some leaders increasingly had only nominal control over their sub-commanders. For civilians, there was little security from murder, rape, and extortion. An estimated 25,000 people died during the intense period of bombardment by Hekmateh Hazib I-Islami and the Junbush militia forces of Abdul Rashid Dostum, who had created an alliance with Hekmatyar in 1994. 500,000 people fled in Afghanistan. Southern and eastern Afghanistan were under the control of local commanders such as Gul Agha Shrizai and others in 1994. The Taliban also developed in Afghanistan as a political religious force. The Taliban first took control of southern Afghanistan in 1994 and forced the surrender of dozens of local Pashtun leaders. You don't know what the Taliban is. Apparently it is a movement originated from Jamaat Ulama-e-Islam, run religious schools for Afghan religious in Pakistan. Alright, now in late 1994, forces of Ahmad Shah Massoud held onto Kabul. Rabbani's government took steps to reopen courts, restore law and order, and initiate a nationwide political process. With the goal of national consolidation and democratic elections, Massoud invited Taliban leaders to join the process, but they refused. Oh, sorry guys, wrong page. Oh, I'm getting tired, guys. It's 9:08 p.m. and I expected this to be like a 10-minute video, but it's ended up to be like 40 minutes so far. We only got 2 left, probably just another 10 minutes or so, maybe 8. So yeah, Taliban, Emirate, and Northern Alliance. The Taliban's early victories in late 1994 were followed by a series of defeats that resulted in heavy losses. The Taliban attempted to capture Kabul in early 1995, but were repelled by forces under Massoud. In September 1996, as the Taliban, with military support from Pakistan and financial support from Saudi Arabia, prepared for another major offensive, Massoud ordered a full retreat from Kabul. The Taliban seized Kabul in the same month and established the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. They imposed a strict form of Sharia law, similar to that found in Saudi Arabia, according to Physicians for Human Rights, PHR for short. And this is a quote, it says, no, it's not a quote, no other regime in the world has methodically and violently forced half of its population into virtual house arrest, prohibited them on pain of physical punishment from showing their faces, seeking medical care without a male escort, or attending school. After the fall of Kabul to the Taliban, Massoud and Dostum formed the Northern Alliance. The Taliban defeated Dostum's forces during the battles of Mazar-i-Sharif, 1997-98. Pakistan's Chief of Army Staff, Pervez Musharraf, began sending thousands of Pakistanis to help the Taliban defeat the Northern Alliance. From 1996 to 2001, the al-Qaeda network of Osama bin Laden and Ayman al-Zawahiri was also operating inside Afghanistan. This and the fact that around 1 million Afghans were initially displaced made the United States worry. From 1990 to September 2001, around 400,000 Afghans died in the international mini-wars. On 9th of September 2001, Massoud was assassinated by 2 Arab suicide attackers in Panjshir province of Afghanistan 2 days later. September 11 attacks were carried out in the United States. The U.S. government suspected Osama bin Laden as the perpetrator of the attacks and admitted that the Taliban had him over. but refusing to comply. The October 2001 Operation Enduring Freedom was launched. During the initial invasion, U.S. and UK forces bombed Al-Qaeda training camps. The United States began working with the Northern Alliance to remove the Taliban from power. Alright, we're at the last one, guys. Yay! It's a long one, though. Probably the longest there has been. We're at 40 minutes. I'm going to end the video. I'm going to have to end the video soon, okay? I can't have an hour video, man. Jeebus. Alright, in December 2001, after the Taliban government was overthrown and the new Afghan government under President Hamid Karzai was formed, the International Security Assistance Force, or HISAF, was established by the UN Security Council to help assist the Karzai administration and provide basic security. Taliban forces also began regrouping inside Pakistan, while more coalition troops entered Afghanistan and began rebuilding the war-torn country. Shortly after their fall from power, the Taliban began an insurgency to regain control of Afghanistan. Over the next decade, ISAF and the Afghan troops led many offensives against the Taliban, but failed to fully defeat them. Afghanistan remains one of the poorest countries in the world due to a lack of foreign investment, government corruption, and the Taliban insurgency. Meanwhile, the Afghan government was able to build some democratic structures, and the country changed its name to the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan. Attempts were made, often with the support of foreign donor countries, to improve the country's economy, healthcare, education, transport, and architecture. ISAF also began to train the Afghan National Security Forces. In the decade following 2002, over 5 million Afghanistans were repatriated, including some who were forcefully deported from Western countries. By 2009, a Taliban-led shadow government began to form in parts of the country. In 2010, President Karzai intended to hold peace negotiations with the Taliban leaders, but the rebel group refused to attend until mid-2015. And when the Taliban supreme leader finally decided to back the peace talks after the May 11th death of Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, many prominent Afghan figures were assassinated. Afghanistan-Pakistan border skirmishes facilitated and many large-scale attacks by the Pakistan-based Haqqani network also took place across Afghanistan. The United States blamed rogue elements within the Pakistani government for the increased attacks. The U.S. government spent tens of billions of dollars on development aid over 15 years and over $1 trillion on military expenses during the same period. Commissioned by Western defense and development contractors and associated Afghans reached unprecedented levels in a country where the national GDP was often only a small fraction of the U.S. government's annual budget for the conflict. Following the 2014 presidential election, President Karzai left power and Ashraf Ghani became president in September 2014. The U.S. war in Afghanistan, America's longest war, officially ended on December 28, 2014. However, thousands of U.S.-led NATO troops have remained in the country to train and advise Afghan government forces. The 2001 present war has resulted in over 90,000 direct-related deaths, including insurgents, Afghan civilians, and government forces. Over 100,000 been injured. That's it, guys. Finally finished. I'm going to be making some more about the military, and stuff like that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Pizza Killer. Sign off. Bye.